Hey, Daud here. You want to become PMP certified but do not have money to spend on it? Well, keep watching because I am going to show you how you can get PMP certified without spending a dime out of your pocket. When we look at the PMP exam requirements, there are three things to be met first: education, experience, and project management education. You have to show these three on your PMP application. If your application is approved, then you pay the fee to register for the exam. Next, prepare for the exam and take the exam. Now, let's get to the cost factor. I would expect that you already meet the education requirements, so no cost for that now. Also, you have the required experience. So at maximum, there are two things that can cost you. First, the exam fee, and second, the training and material fee. The exam fee is US $555 plus taxes for a non-PMI member and US $405 plus taxes for a PMI member. The fee in few other currencies is comparable, but you should check them in the PMI certification guide available on the pmi.org website. The exam fee must be paid. I mean, there are no coupons that will make the fee zero. The trick is to look for someone to pay it for you. The best bet is, of course, your employer. Generally speaking, if you are in a project management role, it is much easier to get your employer to sponsor at least the exam fee. Several of my students in the past presented their case in a way to get their manager agree to it and pay the fee. Not just the exam fee, but also for their PMP exam prep training. Keep watching because I will explain how you can convince your employer to sponsor you. Okay, now the second expense you will expect is the training and material fee. If you already have the 35 hours of formal education in project management, then you do not need training. Let's assume you don't have the hours. Then if you are employed, you should request your employer to pay for the training. In fact, ask to pay for the PMP certification that will include training and the exam fee. I know, for those in between jobs, how can they ask the employer? And honestly, I think they are the ones that need the help with cost the most. So if you are in this situation, you may be able to find free PMP training, but unfortunately, you won't be able to get a certificate showing 35 hours of formal project management education completed. Though there is one scenario that may work out and cost you nothing. But first, your choice is to find something that is reasonable. I mean that you will learn and not just get the certificate, but also cheap in terms of cost, if not fully free. Udemy is a good choice. Wait for a hefty promotion to run on Udemy. If you are lucky, you may find a promo that can help bring the cost to around $20. That's less than 2 McDonald's meals. However, if you absolutely cannot pay anything, then here is one way to collect 35 hours for free. But there is a warning that you will invest quite some time to find and wait for such opportunities. So sometimes various training organizations offer a free session on a topic. For example, a free 1-hour session on cost management or scheduling or techniques to analyze risks. You can get 1 hour, also called 1 PDU or professional development unit. Remember, one key thing when looking for these free sessions: these have to be formal training sessions and not some discussion sessions on various project management topics. You will have to find 35 of those covering all the major project management knowledge areas and process groups. That won't be easy, but it is doable. The best thing is it won't cost you money, and the worst thing is it will cost you significant time. Now, what if you don't need hours? Then how can you prepare for the exam without spending a dime? Let's look at that. You need to learn the concepts and practice for the exam. Learning the concepts can be achieved many ways. First, watch YouTube videos. Search for a topic and you will find few videos. Watch a couple or more on each topic because you get to see different way of presenting the information. This way you will also find out the channels that have good informative videos that you find engaging. Keep track of all the topics. Best, create a spreadsheet and track each topic, and if you think you will need to watch a video again, save the link on the spreadsheet. I can tell you based on the feedback from my self-paced course that course subscribers watch many of the videos 2 or 3 times so that they fully grasp the concepts. So keeping a track of YouTube videos links will be of great help. Second, participate in LinkedIn and Facebook groups dedicated to PMP exam prep. Ask questions about concepts that are unclear to you. Read what others are posting and learn from that. Read the comments by people who post their explanations to questions posted by others. Ask them questions directly if their comment is unclear. Answer questions posed by others, even if you do not fully comprehend the topic. You will be surprised how clearer the concepts become when we start teaching others or explaining to others. Ask me how much I have learned this way throughout my career. Third, look for free courses on Udemy. Maybe there won't be a free course that covers all the topics, but you may find courses that cover some topics. That's not bad. Fourth, find someone among your friends or colleagues who is a PMP and a recent one. Ask them if they can provide some help with material if you have questions. Follow up with them and ask questions. You can even find such nice people on LinkedIn. I have seen several PMP candidates who reached out to PMPs and asked them if they can explain a topic or two to them. And those awesome PMPs were happy to oblige. Next is practice tests. Well, you can again find many free resources on the internet, though the quality of those freely available practice tests is questionable in most cases, as far as I have seen. Now, I'm not saying that all is bad and that you should buy my practice tests or buy someone else's. Just that be aware of what you are practicing for free. Another supporting method to practice is to work on questions that are posted in PMP prep groups on LinkedIn and Facebook. Though these questions won't prepare you completely, but they will give you a flavor of what the exam questions may look like and also how well you prepared that topic. I promised one thing, how to convince your employer to fund your PMP certification. Well, that requires writing a proposal, in other words, a business case to show how your getting a PMP certification will benefit your employer. Begin with stating the goal. If you are going to start working on a critical project, you can use it as a goal. Something like, I believe the PMP certification will help me tremendously by furnishing me with knowledge and skills to deliver the project successfully. Think of what is important to your boss, your manager, your employer. That is what you will use to say how PMP will enable you provide that benefit. Next, mention some stats about PMP value and how valuable it is considered in the marketplace. If you have examples of someone in your organization who is a PMP and has excelled at work, then use that example. Then get into more details about the benefits PMP certification will provide. For example, beside increasing your knowledge and skills, you will be in a position to guide others in the organization about matters related to project management. Your PMP badge will bring recognition and respect to you, but more importantly to the organization. Also, you can talk about long-term financial benefits with your ability to take on bigger, complex projects and deliver those successfully. Then talk about the training and certification details. In the end, ask for a meeting to discuss this proposal. Or if the culture is to ask for funding in the letter, then provide the cost breakdown and ask for approval. Also mention that if preferred, you can discuss the proposal in person. If everything goes in your favor, you will either end up paying nothing or incur only the required minimal cost of exam fee. Now, any question, please comment or contact me directly. Thank you for watching.